Hey, do you think I can finish this whole cotton candy?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, this is bringing back some incredible memories. We were here, what, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
This is an amazing idea. I don't know who thought of doing this early, but Angie, you thought of this. We're here one day early before the Builder Show.
Yeah.
What have you guys seen?
I haven't seen much, but my goal is to eat one ear off of Mickey and then also get my picture taken with him.
Oh, not bad. And guess what? I've seen, look at all this architecture. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's Second Empire, there's Italianate, Victorian.
Yeah. We're getting out of the way for the parade.
There's the Peter
coming.
Pan.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost ready for the Builder Show, but Magic Johnson is not ready yet, but I might even have a glimpse of him, so he's coming up. So what are we going to do today?
Well, this is a special edition of Between the Studs. We traveled all the way down to Orlando, and yesterday we went to Disney for their 50-year anniversary. This is the 80th anniversary for the National Home Builders, and we're here at the Builder Show.
Okay, but at Disney, the reason we went down there is Main Street.
Yeah.
Main Street had every architectural style, and as you guys have seen on our Between the Stud shoots, that is one of our favorite things to talk about. I don't know about you, but I saw Second Empire. I saw the county courthouse with all kinds of brackets. What did you guys see?
I saw Victorian architecture, and also I saw Mickey Mouse, by the way.
Elizabethan, there was federal style.
Yep.
I mean, they had so much architecture, and we can kind of show you just a couple clips of that.
Yeah.
But what else did you guys see over at Disney?
Don't forget about Gothic style. I mean, how can you miss the castle shooting up to the heavens with its towers?
That was
and
better than
turrets?
any of the churches I think that we've done Gothic style on. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what else did you see? Any parades?
Yeah.
Several parades.
Saw Tinkerbell coming down.
Disney princesses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is Angie Wood, and she's the one that planned this event. So we have so many things to talk about today and so many events to show you, but we think this is gonna be fun. But guess what we also did? Lonnie and I and Luke almost got to sit on his lap, but we got Mickey in between the studs.
He's real, Tony, he's real.
Guess what? I think we're just about ready to start and open the show.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to a special edition to Between the Studs. We are lucky enough and fortunate enough to be down here in Orange County, Florida, Orlando at the International Builder Show. As you can see, we're all getting ready to go in. We've got 12 of us that are going to scatter around this 80,000 square foot showroom to find all the newest and most innovative products around. But what is the International Builder Show?
Yeah, there's a few things we need to unpack. So first of all, we say NAHB. That stands for National Association of Home Builders, which is a network of craftsmen, builders, problem solvers, 140,000 members strong, with 50,000 builders, and the rest being made up of trades and banks and all sorts of different, whatever it is that we need as builders to build these homes.
And it's a very, very important organization for our country, isn't it? And economically.
Unbelievable. You know, every house, every new home built puts $40,000 to $50,000 tax revenues into the economy. And also it creates 3 jobs. So we're very, very important to our world and to the United States particularly.
Yeah, there's over 1 million jobs just in the United States that attribute to home building. So the National Home Builder Association fights to make sure that we can still have affordable housing for everybody in the United States. And that's some of the things they do on the code front. They're located in Washington, D.C., so they attend a lot of those hearings to make sure, again, that our industry is protected and that essentially you, the homeowner, can afford a house. So then there's, as Tony mentioned, the International Builder Show. Some people call it the IBS.
I had that once. My doctor told me. I took some.
Wait,
That's different.
It was awful.
Oh, bowel syndrome?
So the International Builder Show started as the Convention and Expo Center back in 1944.
Whoa.
The
Before you were born.
NHAB, yeah, the NHAB started in 1942. So as I mentioned, this is the 80-year anniversary.
Cool.
In 1998 is when it became the International Builder Show, and there are over 1,000 vendors here today. There's over 100 different education speakers that you can go and listen to, and not to mention there's just so many there's different zones, there's tech zones, there's safety zones, there's just so much information, and that's what we brought 12 people here today to make sure that Granite Ridge stays, and we do this every year. We come every year to make sure we stay on the cutting edge and to make sure that knowledge, and we never stop learning to make sure we're building the best house.
Angie, now you event planted this whole thing for us,
Yep.
so we can scatter in this 80,000 square foot. And Lonnie,
Oh.
800,000
Yeah.
square feet.
800,000 square
And
feet.
by the way, we built over 900,000 square feet of homes last year. So that's the perspective. As you walk through this thing, think about Granite Ridge homes
That's
all
20
over the
20
place.
acres.
Yeah.
That's
20
incredible.
acres, 20
And did you
acres.
say something about the kitchen?
Yeah, kitchen bath show as well during this time.
Wow. Okay, so that's that. Now, locally, you are president now of the Fort Wayne Home Builders. How does that relate to this whole?
Right, so the National Association of Home Builders is built up by several smaller communities, actually 700 of them total. And Fort Wayne has its own local chapter, and yes, I am the president this year for the Fort Wayne Home Builders Association.
Our apologies.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we've got a lot to see. What do you expect to see and what do you want to see today? Now, I know, Lucian, you're heading for, you said solar.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions on renewable energy, solar homes, EV charging.
Yeah, remember we did the next step a few years ago, so we should be able to get a lot of good ideas with that.
So what else do you guys want to see today?
So I know we're all interested in seeing the professional women in the building industry. And I know at Granite Ridge we have a lot of women in that profession, and so we're ready to go see what they have to offer here.
I'm interested in the subject of cultural empathy. And we're doing a lot of building for different cultures these days. I want to know a little bit more about it. And then also universal design. You know, we've been working on that subject for at least 10 years now,
Yep.
but we can always do better. So I'm interested in that subject as well.
There's a lot of new things that are coming out with accessibility,
Right.
with invisibility, like we talk about. But that is going to be a really, really big field.
Right, I know Josh and I are excited to see what new building techniques and practices there are. We want to see what's new in concrete and framing and roofing and everything from floor to ceiling. We want to see it all, so we're excited to see what they got to offer.
I saw one that looks like a Lego set that's framing. It's going to replace your framing materials. Now, I don't know if you're going to like that at all, but again, we're interested in seeing everything. We're open. So what else?
I'm excited for the tech side of things too. You know, every time we come down here, technology is just improving so quickly, it's hard to stay on top of. So coming to a show like this helps us stay on top of that.
And Builder Trend, I heard they've got
Yeah.
some new updates. We've obviously been implementing Builder Trend for how long?
Oh man, we've been doing it for about 7 years now. I mean, without Builder Trend, it'd be hard to get through my day. So
I mean, we put 1,000 pictures on, or even more, per home for people, and I heard they've got some new updates to that too. So that'll be an interesting
yeah,
one.
and they even built an entire house just for this show. So off-site, they built the new American home, which is going to have all that technology, all that energy efficiency, solar, all that in one house that we can go see.
I heard there's also some free samples of food, so let's go check it out.
And some of our vendors, by the way, windows are updating.
Yeah.
We've got doors that you're going to see that are updating. So guys, stay with us on all this. I think you're going to find this great. I know I've got some education classes that start in about 15 minutes. I'm going to see 60 new designs in 60 minutes. I thought that was going to be fun for me.
Yeah.
So we will keep you updated, and we've got some great vendors to show you in just a few minutes, but stay tuned. All right, guys, I think they're opening up, so let's go. Oh, yeah.
I thought we were going to the kitchen bath show. That looks like the MBA's here.
No, we are at the Kitchen and Bath Show, the National Kitchen and Bath Association.
Oh, well, Bill Walton and Magic Johnson were here yesterday. I
And
just thought maybe NBA. Okay, I understand.
Don't you love old guys that get confused about this
Right.
kind of stuff? We are talking about kitchens. Open kitchens, as we've talked about, is extremely important today. But I also saw this. They're doing a lot of butler kitchens, which we've talked about, where all of the work is done behind the
Right.
scenes.
Okay.
But let's talk about what we've seen in kitchen baths. Kitchens, color. I have seen so many different bright, vibrant colors, not just your white,
Right.
not just your blue. Islands, of course, are different. So color is definitely in. Backsplashes are in. Countertops, we got to talk about those.
Right.
What have you seen in countertops?
Well, countertops now, they have the same thing kind of we talked about with the knobs, where they're a disinfectant surface, so they will clean themselves. You still have to clean them, but it makes for a nice sanitized working space.
Lying on countertops, how many have you seen granite and quartz instead of laminates this year?
I would say for us, it's about 80% granite and
Right.
quartz, as opposed to, it used to be, what is granite? You know, but now these days it's really
Right.
popular.
Yeah, in fact, we're even seeing the whole kitchen now with granite on all the walls.
Yes.
Sometimes even on the ceiling. So kitchens have drastically changed, surprisingly.
Yeah, and you can't talk about kitchens without appliances.
Oh, yeah.
And appliances, they're getting smarter. They're all connected. You can turn the range on when you leave work, so it's preheated when you get home. The refrigerators have cameras built in, and they can scan things, so they'll text you when you've used the last bit of milk, and it can text you when the door's left open. I know with my kids, that's a big advantage.
Also, they're trying to hide the kitchen
Yeah.
appliances now with panels, panelization.
Yep.
That's what one of the LG guys told me.
And I know express Espresso coffee is all integrated into every kitchen now.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen a lot of the different appliances, kegerators.
Yep.
We've seen those, so everything is pretty much in.
Right.
Yep.
And one thing I've seen with appliances and stoves and ovens, everything's in. Induction, gas, electric, flat surface. So really, the sky's the limit. You guys can choose, but they're all here at the Builder Show.
Yeah, and I can push just one button and have a beautiful cup of espresso first thing in the morning. Unbelievable. One button.
And then how about no buttons? With the faucets now, they're all touchless. So you just wave your hand underneath. And again, that all goes back to making sure that everything stays nice and clean. Because obviously the kitchen can get very dirty. So with having that just wave and you can wash your hands, clean, your vegetables, it's a huge advantage. It keeps things nice and clean for you.
I don't know about you guys, I'm on information overload, but let's go
Absolutely.
see a little bit more.
Yeah, there is more.
Oh yeah, coffee, that's a good idea.
All right, Lonnie, we got to talk a little bit more about the bathrooms here. So there's a lot of things that I'm seeing here that I haven't seen before, like the freestanding tubs. We've seen those,
Right.
but there's a little bit of a twist with them.
Right, some of them now have beautiful color finishes on the outside, like the one behind us here.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we're selling a lot of those, and this just makes it kind of pull in. You can maybe coordinate that with some of your cabinet colors or some of your faucet colors, so it kind of gives it another dimension.
Right, and speaking of colors, also gold is in. We've been talking about that, but gold finished fixtures. Look at the gold fixtures here.
Yeah. Now let's talk about toilets. Not that exciting. Toilets hadn't really changed for many, many years, but now what we're seeing is they have smooth sides that go all the way to the floor, and then some of them are actually hung on
They
the
hang on the wall, right,
so
right.
from a cleaning standpoint, a lot easier to clean these toilets. Keeps it a lot more, again, we talk about that, sanitizing and make sure things are clean in our kitchen and our bath. This helps tremendously with
Right,
that.
more efficient, and also they function very, very well.
Right.
And the other thing I notice is these shower heads are getting bigger. There's some pretty cool things when it comes to shower heads.
Yeah, shower heads are getting bigger. You got the rain shower heads, you got multiple jets, but they're also incorporating music into some of them. They have speakers and even some light. So they're trying to create this ambience in there that just hasn't been before.
I'm ready to take a shower.
Right. Well, hey, Lonnie, let's check out these toilets over here. Now, the ones that hung on walls, they used to call those water closets?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Guys, one of the components in the house that you enjoy inside as well as outside is the window.
Absolutely.
And boy, do they have the windows here at the show this year.
How many manufacturers of windows do we see in today?
I think 25 or 30
Easily.
at least. It's unbelievable. And with the contemporary style now becoming really popular, windows oftentimes define that style more than any other style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what I've noticed is windows, and the bigger, the better. I've even seen now every single master bedroom bath has a window about a 1x6 or so above that mirror.
Right.
And it is really awesome. It lets that natural light in. So windows are very, very important.
Right.
What about doors?
Yeah, doors and windows. I mean, you can see kind of behind me here this giant patio door that they got. This is like 30 feet wide and like 9 feet tall. We talked about portal framing in another episode. That's why portal framing came in, because it used to be that the garage door was the largest opening. Not anymore.
No.
You got walls of glass and walls of doors, and that's why it's so important to make sure we're framed correctly to be able to support this type of a style. It's gorgeous though.
And the exciting thing is they're making them more and more efficient. So you can make your windows larger and not lose it on efficiency.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I noticed is you talk about indoors and outdoors coming together. This is it. All you do is you open those windows up, but if not, can you imagine sitting behind this, watching the snowfall, watching the sunshine, or watching a pool in your backyard?
Right.
I prefer the sunshine, Tony.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. Tony, did you see the one that was on the corner there? That's after your buddy
Now,
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright type of windows are coming back in, and I love this corner where you actually touch the glass together, and then you have a couple grids that go through it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite windows
It's sharp
now.
looking.
And you put that in a living room or maybe in a den. Tell you what, lots and lots of windows, guys. We have so many more things to tell you. Let's go to another.
Let's go break some glass.
Oh, I like this part.
Now, Lonnie, one of the things that I get super excited about when I come to this type of show is looking at all the framing components and how they're advancing, as well as maybe some other techniques that we didn't think about.
I agree, and things are changing very rapidly. And one of the things is trusses, for example. And I know in our market, we're starting to use more and more trusses, right?
We are, yeah. And really with trusses, you can still do everything that we do. You can still do dormers, you can do, the shed roofs, you can do jerkin heads. You can really do whatever you want with trusses.
What'd you call me?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah. So trusses are interesting because we don't do a lot of them, but when I come here, I can see how they're progressing. And it actually makes a lot of sense in certain times when we're building these houses.
And they argue that you spend less time framing when you use the truss system, for example.
Right.
So,
and Now, a couple other things with sheeting. We come here and we see a lot of different types of sheeting that can withstand our weather elements where you get snow and rain. And we're taking a look at those products, and they even have products now where the sheeting comes out with the house wrap already attached to it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Again, it's a time thing, and if you're it may cost a little bit more, but you're gonna save it on the labor side.
Correct.
Makes sense.
All right, Lonnie, we just checked out the QuickSet booth, and
cool,
really,
yeah.
I mean, technology with that, it's becoming sleeker, more attractive looking, and that's going to be really the future of that, because you can get everything from your phone.
Everything on your phone, it's unbelievable. You're right.
You can let people in mobily. We're here in Orlando, you can let somebody in back in Fort Wayne, no problem. But the other thing that they're pushing, and it really makes a lot of sense with what we've been dealing with, is every time somebody touches that handle now, it self-disinfects after every user.
I don't understand that, but I saw that. That's cool. That's really cool. Hey, let's go check out these incredible appliances at Monogram.
Monogram, yeah, the high-end stuff.
It's high-end stuff.
Really nice. Let's do it.
So another thing that's really in is renewable and sustainable, those two terms.
Right. Now, we talk about floating shelves a lot. Now, when you talk about sustainability, they have this now where you put your herbs right in the kitchen there.
Right.
Yep, you have the shelves, and on each shelf you have several different ones, cilantro, basil, you name it.
Special lighting that kind of helps it grow.
Yep, exactly.
Right,
so it's nice and fresh.
Pretty cool.
Really easy. I mean, I'm a huge gardener, so I would love it. My wife would love it. And then we got to talk about wellness too.
Another important idea that they're stressing at this show is wellness. Personal wellness, wellness for your family in the home.
Right. Now, we're spending more time indoors, right?
We are.
Having some plants, strategic plants in there that are help purifying the air inside is all about that wellness. So there's just little things you can do like that, but then it kind of just makes you feel more comfortable in that space, a little less stark and a little bit more nature.
Right.
Welcome. Today is day 2 of the International Builder Show, and I don't know about you guys, but yesterday my mind was almost blown with the amount of information, new products. So what are some of the things that were highlights for day 1 for you?
There was so much, really.
Hey, you're talking about the bathrooms, or we're talking about the bathrooms. Think about, look at that Schluter, that shower concept.
Yeah, we all got a chance to watch a whole seminar on the Schluter system. Now, we've been through it before.
Yeah, we have.
But kind of explain a little bit of what Schluter is for us.
We've been using it for about 10 years, but Schluter continues to improve their product, and basically what it is it's this high density foam that when it's this orange color. So what we say is when it's all oranged in, it's completely waterproof. So it doesn't really matter what we put on the product. Usually it's tile at that point, but it's all very watertight. It comes with a lifetime warranty, and the guys at Schluter do a fantastic job with their training, and we got to see some of that.
Yeah, and I think you guys will see in the background, they were putting on just a bench, and it only took him about 5 minutes. Now, our guys might take a little longer than that, but I thought that was great. Tile. Speaking of the Schluter system, now tile has absolutely drastically changed. The colors, the textures.
The glass.
Yeah, they look like marble now. In fact, they almost look better than some of the granites. But I think tile for me was amazing. Also the tile floors, the mosaics. Guys, it's just that experience alone. Now, fireplaces.
Yeah,
did you
giant fireplace?
Oh my goodness, and the heat, I could feel it about 10 feet away.
Right, you couldn't even get close enough to it to roast marshmallows.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of outdoor things now that I didn't notice. Like, for instance, everybody's doing an outdoor kitchen.
Yes.
So the outdoor grills, the outdoor ovens, the outdoor refrigerators are really, really big. So what else you guys highlight?
Well, I mean, the faucets, to me, there was a ton of faucets. They're getting smarter, which is kind of strange that a faucet's getting smart, but you can say, Alexa, fill up a cup of water, and it'll fill it up for you. But then also a lot of
water where?
Yeah, literally you can tell it to, if you want 8 ounces of water, tell it to fill up 8 ounces of water.
Wait, I saw drinking water, and wait, did you see the one drinking water faucet in the tub for the kids?
Yeah, you turned on the faucet, and then there was another little lever.
That's better than drinking the bath water. That's why they do that.
But the faucets are two-tone too. I'm seeing a lot of that, like black and stainless, all in one.
Some of those beautiful kitchen faucets are really cool.
Lonnie, you were over there for about 20 minutes over those shower heads. What are they looking like?
Oh my goodness, they've got all shapes and sizes, beautiful profiles and colors. It's amazing.
Right.
Also the jib doors, by the way. Lucian went behind one of the jib doors and never did come out.
Right.
So we got to worry about that. Well, did you notice what the jib doors had in front of them? I saw one where a whole pool set up, for pool.
Yeah, cool.
It was all set up with that. I saw one with a mirror. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that one was a little strange. But speaking of mirrors, what about garage doors? Did you see that garage door that had all mirrored panels? I don't know about that one.
What's the neighbors going to think about that one?
You pull up your car, you get out, and you look and you go, okay, I look pretty good, and then you go to the front door.
You pull up your car and you say, well, I'll never get in the garage because there's a car in the road.
That's true. Well, the other front door, we've been talking about that on Between the Studs The other front door is really big. I saw one with the doggy doors.
Yeah.
They have perfected those, unbelievable. With the collars, they automatically go in and out.
Yeah.
Some of the other doors. How about the front doors, guys?
The front doors, lots of colors with those.
Oh.
I saw a whole display that had just like 7 different colors of very bold colors on your
New
front.
glass options now on those front doors that are really.
We were over at the Hardy company, and they have got, I'll bet they have 150 new colors just on those.
Yeah.
What about interior doors? What do you guys think of those?
Some really neat profiles and new ideas.
Getting new handles on them too.
Looks
the
like
traditional
wood's back
handles.
in too. Stain's back in.
Stain.
Oh,
Very much.
Is absolutely
very much.
big. Yeah. Okay, so guess what? I think we're ready to start day 2.
Yeah.
Are you guys all slept up? You're ready to go?
I'm ready.
You're energized? We all had 16 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Stay tuned. We'll show you all the highlights in just a little bit about some of the things inside.
Do it. Go.
All right. I like it.
All right, Lonnie, one of the things that surprised me about this show is vintage. What is old is new again. And you can see that right behind us.
Well, that means that I'm in. But this is really cool. This is mainly appliances behind us.
Right.
And we can see like the old Coke machine in the same colors.
Right.
We see a lot of things that sit on the actual countertop itself.
Kind of what comes to mind to me is that old soda fountain. Think of like Back to the Future when they were looking in that diner.
Malts and milkshakes, man. Malts and
the
milkshakes.
metal
Yeah.
countertops and the appliances that, were a little smaller, rounded over, had the Coca-Cola emblems on it. That's what we're talking about
Right,
here.
and we're talking about a lot of color in these things. And actually, those colors bring back a lot of fond memories.
Right.
If you think about it.
Not just color, but some unusual designs too.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what some of these things are.
Now, Lonnie, one thing that caught my eye was the front end of that car. It looked like there was some wine in there and some other soda.
Now I understand why people want to park their car in the basement.
Well,
let's go check it.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
out.
Now, all this paisley color, what's that about?
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
So one of the things that we've seen a lot in this show are lighting displays like the one behind us. So let's take a quick second to just kind of unpack lighting.
What a bright idea, Luke.
Well, now LEDs have
Yeah.
changed lighting completely. We used to be kind of limited because you had a large bulb. Now designers are able to kind of have the sky's the limit and have as much creativity as they want. And you can see that coming through on a lot of these displays. They're able to create artwork with these light pieces, which really was difficult before. And it's stunning what they're creating.
Right, and LED has really addressed efficiency.
Yep.
And then also they last so much longer. Man,
Right.
LEDs here I think to stay.
Absolutely. So, and also talking about vintage, we saw a display here that showed fixtures that had the old flame, the gas-lit flame.
Cool.
So those are coming back in the right setting, can look really stunning.
And again, the finishes, the gold,
Yeah.
all kinds of
Two-tone.
finishes are very, very popular now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Hey, this is brand new news out of the press. Granite Ridge just announced that we are going to tankless water heaters as a standard option in our homes.
Absolutely, and we think this is a huge advantage. There's so many things. Now, we do our gas power event standard right now. We're upgrading to this. Now, there's a longer warranty, takes up less square footage. You have unlimited amount of hot water.
Unlimited,
and then
yes.
there's really no maintenance with it. So
Right.
it kind of checks all those boxes. So it's a huge advantage to our homeowners.
Excited about that. And here's one right here. Let's take a look at it.
Right, kind of shows you behind it there. That's really neat. We need to get a display like this in our showroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Lonnie, I don't know, my legs hurt, my feet
feet.
hurt.
Oh.
This has been one of the hardest days, but most invigorating days.
yeah.
And guess what
Oh,
we just
you're good.
found? For our back, your knees,
Yep.
this is a barrel sauna.
Yeah, Tony, and we put several of these in a year, so I mean, it's nice. You can control that environment depending on how hot you like it in there. And for people, it's a big stress reliever at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is all about that wellness that they're talking
Yes.
about here at the show. But you know what? I think we can try it out.
Check it out.
I am hurting. So
yeah, let's
this is
do that.
great. Old
Let's do
guys
that.
like us, Lonnie, love this.
Lonnie,
Okay,
I'm
guys, we got to
tired.
get ready. Wow,
show, but
what
it was
a
good.
2 days.
Right?
This was amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm inspired. In fact, guys, we got to close. I would have to say this. I know we're all tired, but I think we're all very inspired. This has just been a tremendous 2 days of knowledge.
We walked over 20 miles the last couple of days.
at
It wasn't
least.
like walking on clouds. So.
No.
And I'm sore.
You guys thought you walked 20 miles. I had to walk 30 miles in this booth.
Oh, that's a good point.
And Angie, be encouraged. There's a big settlement coming. There's a big settlement.
Well, I tell you what, it has been fun. It's been amazing. I think you want to introduce everybody for us.
Yeah, obviously we got a few new faces on Between the Studs here, so I want to kind of introduce who's here with us from Granite Ridge. So starting over here, we have Lucian, who's our executive designer with his lovely wife Shelby. Of course, you know Lonnie. We have Alicia, and then I'm going to jump over to Josh there. They're two of our head project managers. Then sitting here front and center is Tony's wife Karma, who's also the owner of our sister company, Choice Designs. Yep. And then we have Angie and Evelyn, who are both our executive construction coordinators. So with that being said, we also have some people behind the camera. We have our Brendan, our head of digital marketing, and then Justin Jones, IT manager. So we've really covered all the bases, from sales to design to production. You name it, we've got somebody here representing Granite Ridge.
Well, I can say this, we have learned so much about new products, vendors, all the different trends. So what can we just say real quickly, did you guys say were some of your highlights?
I'll tell you this, master bedroom bathrooms are in. They're getting bigger and a lot of exciting things. Showers are huge. The shower heads, all the appointments in those bathrooms, it's pretty cool.
Freestanding tubs.
Yes.
Also the bubbles now instead of jets. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Now what I saw is open kitchens. Kitchens are obviously one of the heartbeat of the home, but open kitchens are in, but wait, they're not in. Now they're going to rooms next to that you can actually split, so it is a little bit of both.
They're still putting doors on bathrooms though.
Good point. And also the kitchens are getting more color instead of being bold. I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, and you can't walk away with this show without talking about technology. Technology is being incorporated in everything. You used to have to buy standalone cameras. Now the microwaves, the refrigerators, the front doors all have built-in cameras, and now they're incorporating sensors in all of them. So these parts and pieces of your house can communicate with each other. So like, for example, if the window opens, it tells the AC to shut off. So it truly is a smart home.
All we need is another remote control.
Yeah.
That's right. That's all we need.
Well, one thing I've seen is cameras are about 4 of them or 5 of them on the outside of every home.
Yes.
And then inside, so yeah, that was interesting. Builder Trend, I know you found some great updates for all the people that are going to be building with us this year. We've got some brand new updates that you will love, and you can follow your home.
Absolutely.
Hey, also guys, I cannot say enough about the first day we got here, Disney World.
Yeah,
we got a chance because of you. She used to work at Disney World, so she got us some special passes. We took a tremendous amount of pictures of all the architectural styles like we talked about, especially the Gothic with all that castle.
Victorian?
Victorian style, Italianate, mansard roofs. The mansard roof on the City Hall was astounding. All the brickwork, I thought that was fantastic until we were taking so many pictures and they kind of kicked us out of the park.
Yeah, they did.
Now the good news is, at the end of the day, we still kind of came back across the fence and we got to watch that amazing fireworks show.
It's cool.
Yeah,
So I thought that was really fun.
That was just a great way to end the whole week that we were here.
It really was. Now the other thing is it kind of rained on the way out, which was a little bit of a damper.
Right?
But anyways, we got to close the show, so why don't you go ahead and close for us?
Okay, well Kayla's not here, and in the 160 episodes, I've never had to do this, so hopefully I can get this right. So if you'd like to know who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, come in and talk to us. We'd love to tell you what we saw at the International Builders Show. It was a fantastic time.
It really was. Thank you guys so much for doing this with us. And we're going to be showing a little bit more about what we found in some of our other Between the Stud episodes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I am so tired. I don't know about you, but we got a bar right behind us.
Right.
So
Get out of here.
how about that?
Do it.
You guys are right here. This is the head hole.
That's head hole.
Yep, head hole.
I think so.
There we go.
There's your IT guy that can't figure out how to get a poncho on.
Can't find his way out of his bag.
There you go.